What is up, guys? It is Styx here, and today I'm going to be going over this week's Ascendant chests. The way that you know that it is the strong curse week this week is that Petrovenge's location on your map is in Rhea Silvia. You don't need to physically go there and confirm it or anything. You don't even need to load into the Dreaming City. Just check where she is on your map, and that'll tell you what curse week it is. Now, first step here, we're going to be completely ignoring the Taken Blight that's over there. And we're going to be heading into the Bay of Drowned Wishes. You guys are probably tired of coming in here because there's a chest in here every week, but there's also another chest here, so we're just going to get it out of the way quick. It's probably the easiest one we're going to grab today, so let's go on in. Gonna run through like normal. If you have anything that'll make you go through a little bit quicker, there's not really a ton of parkour yet, so don't worry too much. And we're going to be wanting to clear out this area. Once you've killed enough to open up this path, you're going to run on in here. And right about here, I'm going to recommend drinking your tincture. Tincture of Queen's Foil. I fudged my melee. We're going to want to jump up here. And it's right here. This is the easiest one we're gonna get, so let's go on back to the Bay of Drowned Wishes. All right, so now that you're here, you're gonna wanna hop on your skimmer or your sparrow, doesn't really matter. Jump off here. Once you get to this cliff face, jump on up here. I recommend catapult lift for titans, triple jump for hunters, and high lift for warlocks, or glide, I guess. Catapult glide. I forget. The one that gives you the most immediate vertical mobility. You're gonna jump across here real quick, and then you're gonna want to kind of skim around over here. If you are using strand, it could be easier, but you're gonna jump over in this direction. That's why I said it could be easier, because I just saved my own life. But if you can't do that, just try and be careful with it and just quietly jump on over. I think the easiest way might be if you were to jump from the very edge over there to right where I am. So, but I've always kind of brute forced this one. It's a little annoying. And you're gonna want to keep going across here. On this way. And here's the chest. So that's number 2. So for consistency's sake, let's go on back to the Duvalian Mists transmat point. Our next spot is going to be located in the Spine of Caries. Just follow on along here. I will just say real quick, I love the addition of the skimmers here. It makes getting around these parts of the map where for some reason they don't want you to use your sparrow a lot easier. I just totally screwed that up. Alright. Once you're around here, you want to just hang left. Go up these stairs. Then we're going all the way over there. So, if there's any parkour stuff you want to try with it, then feel free. Gonna rock on up here. Then it should be over to the right here. There it is. So you see this little tiny blip of the glowing as it starts to come into view. You're going to try and jump up so you land on top of it. And as you go forward, it's going to circle around this whole tower. You can kind of get shot through them, though. And it's the same situation as before. You see a tiny little blip of the glowing over there. So just jump with full faith. Try your best to get through as much of this as you can. We're basically going to be circling around the whole tower here for this chest. So don't worry too much. Here. This one below or above. Look around and come a little bit forward. There it is. Somewhere. These ones are a little difficult, especially with all these taken little pieces in the air. You will see two sort of options here. This one is the one that you are looking for. So you want to open this on up, and there you are with the little chest there. So that is our third one. All right, so this next one, we're going to do a few in one location. This will be real close together. Okay, we're going to go to the Garden of Ascilla entrance. If you don't know where that is, follow. And so you see this staircase here. You're gonna run over to the balcony. It's called the balcony. Should be somewhere over here. There it is, that's what I remember. Alright, cool. We're just gonna go over here. And it'll just be up this thing. It should, if I remember correctly, be up near the top here. Oh, that's my bad. If you have Strand, it will save your life. If you don't, apologies, but you might fail a couple times. Alright, so there's that one. And our next one, real simple, is right in the Gardens of Ascilla themselves. Run on through. When you get around this area, that's sort of my landmark, is in between these two rocks. You're gonna see this big old pillar over there. Go on ahead and try to, through whatever method you want, jump onto it. And you will see a platform start to appear. So just climb your way up here. Be a little bit careful with how you do it. Circular platform here. Here. Just follow this pathway. That could have been real bad. Once again, it's a situation where having a grapple could save your life, but if you don't, then the best thing I can recommend is probably Dawnblade, Icarus Dash. But yes. There's the next chest, and then we are going to be heading right on out of the gardens. That is my own fault. Once you find yourself back in the Strand, you're going to hop on your skimmer again, and we're going towards another somewhat familiar lost sector, Aphelios Rest. Just in case you're not too familiar, Aphelios Rest is just below where Petrevenge is standing, during the curse weeks, if I remember correctly. And it is also the location of another Ascendant challenge. Certain trees here. Once you are inside of the Lost Sector, keep on moving through real slow on your skimmer. You don't really have to be on your skimmer here. It's just if you want to be a little bit quicker about it, because there's a lot of space in here. I like to just coast past all these guys. Up here. Then here's where I dismount. Kill all this. That's not a threat anymore. Then we are going to want to go on this direction. It should be right this way. Follow back here. And there's another chest. What is up, guys? Intermission Styx here to inform you there are 4 more Ascendant chests, of which the first we are going to locate is in the Chamber of Starlight in Riiswalker. So come back to the Dwelling Mists and follow my route here to get to where we gotta go. We're gonna skim right past all of these taken. Before you're pulling up to the location, ensure that you have a tincture of Queen's Foil, of which I do not, so I'm going to go over to Petra here. If you don't have a tincture, you can always come right here to her. Grab that for this week. I tend to grab 2 because I do this on all my characters as soon as I can. And then you're going to want to rock on over here to the Chamber of Starlight. Forgive the stuttering. A lot of the places on this planet make my computer have a slight seizure. Alright, so once we're in here, we're going to pop that tincture. And then we are going to go on through here. Now, if you have the means to go up a big distance, this is a very easy chest to get to. You can just get on up. And for example, if you have the strand grapple, you can just grapple on up. Otherwise, you go around and you take the normal route for the Lost Sector. And it'll eventually take you into this room, where you see the chest right over there. And then you follow this right-hand wall onto this balcony. And you can just real gingerly jump on over here. And take the puzzle on your way across. And then at the end of the room, you will see this chest. You're going to want to head right back out. And once you are back out of the Lost Sector, you're going to want to get on over either with your Sparrow / Skimmer or just by jumping. And you're going to want to come up to here. For the sake of everything else, I'm just going to have us go back up here to where we came from. You'll be right here before this Awoken Bridge. You can sometimes see a public event here. You're gonna cross this bridge, and you're gonna come to this central platform, which is a great place if you haven't gotten Riven's Wishes done yet. This is a great place to farm taken bosses in the Dreaming City. A ton of them spawn right where I'm standing. But if you're not worrying about that, there's an Ascendant platform right here that is calling our name. Then once you're on this platform, you'll go to the left. Then once you're on this platform, you'll go to the right. And then once you're on this platform, you're going to look for a little sliver. And you're just going to follow this the whole way to the chest. Makes it way easier to do that if you have Lion Rampant or something similar, but there is this chest. The next chest is very similar, or rather in a very similar location. We're gonna drop straight down, real convenient. I'm gonna head into Harbinger Seclude. Ideally, if you want to go as quickly as possible on your Sparrow and or Skimmer. So we are going to go to all the way into this back room here. We're gonna jump right off the edge, and we're gonna head into the lower level, which is down this big hole. You can hear the seam between realities become weaker. The Ascendant challenge is also way up there, but we are not looking for that. We're gonna get rid of these annoyances real quick. And then we're gonna head into one of these rooms, the one with the big taken ball. And we're gonna see an Ascendant chest right next to the skull that is named Hugin. Then, once you are finished with that, we are going to find ourselves over here and go into the Confluence. If you remember, we were here last week. Tends to be a chest in here just about every week. And we're gonna look for the Oracle Engine room. We're gonna make our way into this big center room and take a left through this big door. This is where the Shattered Throne entrance used to be. Now you can just teleport there, so it's quite a bit easier. We're gonna follow these platforms up that materialize as we walk into the room. Ignore these little particles of rock. Despite them being there, they are nothing. Be really careful about these. The number of times I have bonked my head on something like this and I have died because of it, or rather than died, lost a bunch of progress in this jumping puzzle, is enough to be very annoyed about it, even when it doesn't happen to me. Be real careful here. If you want to make this way easier on yourself, like I said before, Lion Rampant, Stompies, or Heat Rises / Icarus Dash. I recommend both because it just makes things a little bit quicker for yourself and gives you a couple of jail out of free cards. Get out of jail free cards. All right, here is the final chest of this week, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And peace, gamers. Hope you enjoy your good old loot.